Hey guys, CJ here with another review of Agent Carter. Now this one redeemed, like if you watch my last review, you know that I wasn't too positive about last week's episode. It was good. I think I gave it a 7 out of 10, but it wasn't great. Now this episode was great to me, and I just want to give you my score right off the bat. I think I would give this episode a 9 out of 10. This show is going places. Unfortunately, we've only got 2 episodes left. But really good episode. You know, you'd think they're on this big exciting mission in Russia last episode. There's no way that there's more action in this episode, but there definitely is a lot more action in this episode than last episode. This was really a mover episode. This wasn't one where people are like talking. This is one where things are happening. So let's break down a little bit of the storylines for you. Of course, the big storyline everyone was watching is Souza. Souza now knows that Peggy is a spy. Well, she works at a spy agency, but she is a spy for Stark. And he figures this out, of course, last episode by matching up a bullet wound on his shoulder with the picture from the party in the first episode. And he went back to the guy that Peggy beat up, I think also in that first or second episode. He's in jail now. He went back to him and got official confirmation. So Souza officially knows, and that ties in very heavy in this episode. The other big storyline here is, of course, Peggy and Jarvis on the trail of one of the child assassins that Leviathan was using, the precursor Black Widow program. And, of course, we know they mean Dottie, even though they're not sure yet. However, they will figure that out by the end of this episode. That storyline was really the comic relief. We see Jarvis getting slapped a lot. There was kind of a lot of slapstick there. But some of the biggest things, with that storyline eventually cross over into Souza's storyline at the very end, and we get some great action set pieces, including one spectacular scene in a diner where Peggy just takes down 4 or 5 SSR agents and Thompson with the help of Jarvis. Just really well designed. Some of the best action I've seen on the show so far. Of course, the other big storyline that we didn't know that we were going to get, that was really good, was Dottie. Dottie, we didn't really expect much from her this episode. However, we did get a big dose of Dottie, and it turns out, you lead up to this scene where you think Dottie, after taking out a dentist, she's across the street from the SSR office with a sniper rifle. You think she's about to take out the doctor that they acquired last episode in Russia, the psychologist for that physicist. And it turns out, not the case. She is signaling to him in Morse code, and he signals back. It was just a really inventive solution for the writers to do that. I feel like, most normal shows would have just killed the guy. However, this show is really embracing the spy roots, the noir roots, the 1940s kind of film roots. And that was just really clever to me that they would do that. So, of course, the Doctor is evil, and that is something to watch next episode. Dottie, of course, also kind of tries to make her instruction from the Doctor was kill Peggy, and so she tries to make a play on Peggy at the end of the episode, only to be intercepted by the SSR agents. So, by the end of this episode, Peggy is in SSR custody. However, Dottie is on the warpath and is probably going to go take all them some bitches out. So it'll be really interesting to see just what's going to go down over the next episode. So, pros and cons, major pro, the action sequences. As I mentioned before, the diner fight scene with Peggy, Jarvis, and the SSR agents was incredible. It's the best fight scene in the series so far. We get to see Peggy kick some ass, we get to see Jarvis kick some ass, and more importantly, we get to see Peggy stick it to Thompson. It was just a great fight scene. Also great, Lindsay Fonseca. I'm really hoping this isn't like I really love her character, but I'm really hoping this isn't, the end of her character. There was a sad goodbye, and I was like, oh, we're not going to get more Lindsay Fonseca, but who knows? Hopefully she'll show back up in the finale in a big way. Also really good was Dottie. Dottie's performance just continues to, she's really creepy. Like, it's almost like looking at I don't even have a metaphor for that, but she just plays that role so well. And that whole exchange with the Doctor and stuff just also really felt good. I don't really have any negatives for this episode per se. If I did, they would just be nitpicky stuff. But really, there's nothing that I can think of off the top of my head that I really hated. So comment in the comment section below where you comment comments, and let me know, what did you think of this episode of Carter, and are you just as sad as me that this series is going to end in pretty much 2 episodes? So that about wraps it up here. Signing off. This is CJ, and I'll see you next time.